Hi, my name's Sonu Lamba, and welcome to my show. Today we're going to learn how to make a spinach salad. So spinach is very, very good for us. Spinach is full of vitamin K, vitamin A, and vitamin C. Spinach is also really good for our eyes. Finally, spinach really helps lower blood pressure. There are many good reasons for eating spinach. I like to eat this salad for lunch. I also like to eat it as an entree for dinner with air fried tofu on the side. It's quite filling. So let's get started. So we're gonna first learn how to make our own dressing. When you go to a restaurant and you order a salad, make sure the dressing is homemade. A big pet peeve of mine is when I go to a restaurant and I order a salad only to get, a bottled dressing. I love fresh dressings. So this is a balsamic dressing that we're gonna make today. You need a jar to make it, so I'm just using a jar this big. We're gonna use some extra virgin olive oil, my favorite. We're gonna be using some balsamic vinegar. There are many types of balsamic vinegars available in the market. Try to find one that's sweeter, like syrupy, almost like a sap. So this is the one that I get from Modena, Italy. Modena is known for balsamic vinegar. And I love this particular brand. This is Carandini. I've been using this for years. It's sweet, but it's not dessert sweet. And I don't need to add any extra honey or sugar to my dressing, which a lot of recipes require. So I love this brand. We're also gonna use some Russian style mustard. You can use Dijon mustard. I don't happen to have Dijon mustard on me, so I'm gonna use this. This is quite similar. And then we're also gonna use some fresh garlic. So this garlic, my mom grows this and she sends it for me, and it's actually quite green and pasty and it's full of flavor. I love garlic in my dressings. Awesome. So first things first, we are going to take half a cup of our extra virgin olive oil. I'm gonna go ahead and measure it here in my little measuring utensil. Great. Okay, so this is half a cup, and in it goes. Great. Okay, so to this, I'm going to add a quarter cup of our balsamic. So this is a little bit thicker than just a regular balsamic. So just be careful when you're buying this to make sure it's a little bit thicker. It should be syrupy. If you try it, it should have a little sweet aftertaste. That's great. In it goes. Great. Okay, next we are gonna add a teaspoon of our mustard. So use Dijon if you have it. There's my teaspoon, in it goes. Next, I'm gonna add half a teaspoon of this fresh garlic. You can always take a clove of garlic or two and in a mortar and pestle, just crush it, and that should be just fine. So there's my half a teaspoon of garlic, in it goes. Finally, salt and pepper. Okay, so I'm gonna add about maybe a quarter of a teaspoon of salt. Great. And fresh cracked black pepper. And if you love pepper, add more. If you don't, add less. It's to your liking. Great, I love pepper. Pepper is great. Okay. I'm gonna give this, make it nice and tight, and I'm gonna give it a shake. Now, this dressing will taste better tomorrow. When it sits for about 24 hours, the garlic and the balsamic, it helps marinate the dressing, and it has more of a stronger flavor, and it becomes thicker. Welcome back. So, time to get our salad going. So we're gonna be using half an apple. You can use any sweet, crispy apple. Honeycrisp is fine, Fuji is fine, Gala is fine. It needs to be crispy. I don't recommend Granny Smith because they're tart, and with the balsamic that we're using, we really do need a sweeter apple. So half an apple. I am not removing the skin of my apple because it adds a wonderful texture to this salad. Okay. And so, like bite-sized pieces like this, 1 inch or so, goes into the spinach salad. And kids love this salad too. It is healthy, it's got a lot of flavor, it's filling. You know, whatever protein source you like, you can add it on the side, and then it becomes an entree. Okay, to this, I'm gonna add 3 tablespoons of chickpeas for some additional protein. And I'm just using canned chickpeas because I didn't have time this morning to, you know, boil my own chickpeas. So maybe 4 tablespoons of chickpeas goes in there. Next, you have a couple choices now. You can use whatever nut you like. I like walnuts. This is the nut my husband likes. This is sweet and spicy pecans. This is from Trader Joe's. If you are gonna use these, cut them in half, just so it's a smaller bite. I like using walnuts, and I just like, again, halving them and putting them in my salad. Just bite-sized pieces. Okay, so next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add our final seed. These are sprouted pumpkin seeds. These are really, really good for you. They add a very nice texture, a little crunch in the end. I don't like to add croutons to my salad. This is kind of like my crouton. So just a handful of these. Great. Okay, next I'm gonna need to season this. There is a little bit of salt in my dressing, but I need to put a little bit of salt on my salad too. So in goes my Himalayan pink sea salt, just on the top. Great. I'm gonna add some fresh cracked pepper. Great. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and add some of my balsamic vinaigrette here, and then I'm gonna mix it. I'm gonna incorporate the dressing into the salad, and then I'm gonna garnish it with my feta cheese. I don't like to mix the feta into it because you can't see the white, bright color of the feta. So I'm probably gonna add, let's see, maybe 1/3 of what I've made. That's great. So that goes in there. I'm gonna give it a toss. Great. So it's been a few minutes. The leaves have kind of wilted down. This is what it should look like. And the final step is to put a little bit of feta cheese, just for a savory, tart bite. And this is sheep's milk feta. You can buy goat's milk feta too. There we go. And that's it. There's your salad. All right, time for me to taste. So we like to eat a lot of salads in our family, especially when my husband is doing low carb. We eat a ton of salads, and the spinach salad is one we probably make weekly. And balsamic dressing, you can make it, keep it in the fridge. It'll last a week. It's really, really versatile. It can go into a lot of different salads. Okay, so let's give this a try. So I got my spinach, I got my apple, So I love the balsamic vinegar that I've used. It's so sweet, but it's not like dessert sweet. And it's, with the sweetness of the apples, the salad is just so, it's very comforting. And I can taste the pumpkin seeds. They taste really, really good. And then the chickpeas just add this wonderful texture because they have a bite to them. So you've got the soft leaves, you've got these chickpeas that have a nice bite, you've got the crispy apples, and then finally, even firmer, the walnuts. So this is great. And I love the tartness of the feta. So I would eat this with some air fried tofu as a meal. That would fill me up. That way I'm not craving bread. Because normally I'll eat a salad and I'll think, poor me, I didn't get to eat any bread on the side. So the air fried tofu, it fills me up. It's more like a meal. This on its own for me would just be a side dish or, you know, just an appetizer. But I like to put other things into it that make me feel like I'm full. And so it becomes more of an entree. One more thing, definitely use an extra virgin olive oil. Do not use virgin or any kind of olive oil. It has a very, very fruity aftertaste and it pairs with the apple really, really well. Bon appetit! Thank you for watching my show.